Hey, how's it going? Bradley from Fresh Souls. We decided to do a YouTube channel opposed to just the Facebook posts. Had a lot of people asking to do videos and see the shoes real time. So you guys asked, here it is. Basically, this is our first try. I am going to do just a little who, what, why, when, where about the show, about myself, about what to expect in the coming weeks. Again, we have a real cheap rig here. I'm filming off my phone if you can't tell. Um, Hopefully, the quality goes up as we keep going throughout the show, but so far, so good. I'm sitting here in the studio, as you can see behind me. Um, Not only is it my painting studio, but it's also my shoe room. So who am I? My name's Brad Hutchison, also known as Hutch or Sins, all depending when or how you know me, I guess. A little bit about myself. I'm a painter. I'm an illustrator. I was an old school graffiti artist back in the day. Um, Now I'm 40. I have a full time job. This is something that is just a passion to me. Been collecting shoes 20 ish years, I guess. Um, so I suppose my whole adult life, I was always kind of into shoes throughout grade school, throughout junior high and whatnot. I always kind of knew it was fresh. I knew it was kind of coming up. It was important to me. Not so much as a status symbol, I guess, but it was more of an identifier on how people see you. What kind of personality do you have? What kind of sneakers you wearing? You wearing something goofy? Is it somebody that doesn't care what other people think? Does your sneakers match your outfit? Does it not match your outfit purposely? So the first real big pair of shoes that really I can really recall getting that were super important to me was when the first Huaraches came out. Um, we're talking 1991, maybe 90. I think I was in eighth grade. Yes, I'm old. So that was like the first big pair I can remember getting as a kid. My parents didn't have a whole lot of money, um, so when I got those, it was a really big deal. Plus, Nike, unleashed all that new technology for the Huarache, Tinker Hatfield design, obviously. So it was a big deal back then. It was something different. It matched my personality at the time. I've always been a little weird being an artist and whatnot, but that was just a shoe that really reflected how I felt about sneakers and myself. So um, moving forward, that was kind of the gauge I used. Really, is does it really project who I am as a person, as far as what shoes I was wearing? So that's kind of how I built my collection over the years as an adult. Is this shoe representative of how I want to project myself? So maybe that's just a little insight, I guess. What is the show? Um, the show is going to be about my collection and my partner in crime, who unfortunately got stuck working for the man tonight. Um, we both have pretty good collections. We both collect different things, and we decided we need to move forward and do something with the collections. Just show people stuff. Keeping them out of ourselves and just wearing them every day is great. And I get a lot of comments and, oh my God, you're always wearing different shoes. Oh my God, how many pairs do you have? Um, right around 150, 180 ish pairs. So we'll just get that out of the way. But I keep it around there. Any more than that just gets too overwhelming. Um, the shoes that fall off the end are given to charity normally. Um, excuse me, or people in need, people that need shoes. Mostly my collection is running shoes and training shoes. I'm an athlete. I'm a weightlifter, endurance athlete as far as CrossFit, stuff like that. So most of my shoes kind of revolve around weightlifting and being able to wear them for a long period of time. I work in a warehouse, so 12 hours a day, six days a week. So I need something that I can wear all day long. And then when I leave work after 12 hours at 4 a.m., I go right to the gym. So I need something that I can wear to work, go right to the gym, get on a treadmill, get on a stepper, whatever. That's definitely something that I look for in a shoe. The other thing I look for is, how does it look? Does it represent what I'm, what I'm about? Is it hip? You know what I mean? And hip for me as a 40-year-old, I guess, is probably different than some of the kids out there. But again, with the graffiti artist, hip hop stuff, breakdancing when I was a kid, all that stuff kind of plays through my whole collection, as you'll see throughout the weeks. Why am I doing this show? I'm doing the show more or less, excuse me. Yeah, you'll definitely see some of that during the show. I'm doing the show because I think there's a hole in the segment. I see a lot of shoe shows out there that are lifestyle based. They call it the culture, whatever, the skate, hip hop, sneaker culture. And for the most part, they're great shows. A lot of them are awesome. And I agree with most of what they're saying. They represent that culture, which is awesome. However, they lack any real kind of like real world reviews. Like, you're not going to see me take shoes out of a box and be like, oh, hey, check out these new fucking shoes that I took out of the fucking box. Who cares? The meat of my show is not going to be how a shoe looks. It's part of it, but it's not the whole thing. The important thing is, does the shoe work? So how am I going to do this? Again, I just want to point out that my collection is self-funded. I go to work every single day. I have the best wife in the world. She allows me to keep this collection of shoes. She allows me to have a room where I have 3 walls of the room completely covered in shoes. She's the coolest wife of all time. And she doesn't complain about the shoes I buy. But how am I going to rate these shoes? I have developed some metrics to rate shoes. And if you check me out on Bradley's Fresh Soles on Facebook, you will see that the 5 metrics that I come up with really represents if the shoe's worth buying or not. I look at the looks, how it fits, the performance of the shoe. Can you go to the gym? Are you going to be able to do squats and deadlifts in it? Are you going to run a marathon in them? Are they only good for a 5K? What are they good for? Price point. I will tell you how much I paid for the shoe. I'll tell you where I got the shoe. I very rarely buy anything full price. Just like everybody else, I look for sales. I like to save my money just like everybody else. And then finally, the availability, which for me usually isn't a problem. I don't have anything that's super rare. I do have some friends around town that have some shops that have given me some stuff a little early, which I totally appreciate. But nothing super crazy that you're not going to be able to get. Every once in a while, I might bring out a surprise, but for the most part, that's kind of a non-issue. And where am I? I'm in Ohio, actually. Toledo, Ohio, to be exact. So, I'm Midwest. I'm not in any big city for that matter. I'm not a Chicago, Miami, New York, LA guy. So anything that I can get, you can get. Um, I think I'll have a real mellow and level-headed review of every shoe. I mean, it's something that I'm going to use every day. I usually wear the shoes a week or so between work and the gym, and casually too. I'll wear them to the mall. I'll wear them out in the park. I'll go run in the snow in them. I'll wear them through some puddles. All those things I'll do just so I get a fair assessment on a shoe. So that's basically how we're going to run it. Again, the next show we'll have my partner in crime, AKA. He's the one that has all the Jordans and all the Air Force Ones and stuff like that. I don't really buy that stuff. He's more into the basketball shoes and the Air Force Ones. So he will cover that side of it. Hopefully we can get into that in the next week or so. But just a preview of what's coming. If you have followed my Facebook page, you kind of know what I'm about. And my tastes have kind of shifted over the years, but if you've been with me for a couple of years, you've probably seen it. And I've talked about it before, but just so everybody knows, we're going to try to do once a week if we can. Work is tough, and I have to do this late at night, and my wife is sleeping next door. She's probably motherfucking me right now, but has to be done. So thanks for coming. Thanks for joining me. I'm really excited about all this YouTube channel stuff. I'm really excited to finally have some videos. It's just and it's just stretching what I'm doing already, and it's pushing the limits of what I'm doing already. So really excited about it. Can't wait till next week, and I can't wait till we're doing this every week. Again, it'll be more review based, so we'll look at some sneakers from my collection, from Jeremy's collection, and I'll see you next week. All right, thanks a lot.